Now, not to say names, but there has been someone in my comment sections absolutely glazing the shit out of Rayquaza. And you may be thinking to yourself, why would he be doing this? This channel has never mentioned anything Pokemon related. And that's extremely fair. I was initially taken aback by this influx of Rayquaza love. But I mean, Rayquaza is a pretty cool Pokemon, I guess. It's a really viable option to use competitively in Ubers. It's got a cool design, used to live in the atmosphere, literally eating meteorites for sustenance. So I can understand these comments a little bit despite their completely random nature. But as these comments kept flooding in from one singular person, likely living in his mom's basement, it got me thinking about Rayquaza in more depth than ever before, and I started realizing an inescapable universal truth, and that is the fact that Rayquaza is a fraud. If you're one of the very few people who actually clicked on this extremely obscure video, you might be asking yourself, what the hell does this dude mean? Rayquaza's a fraud? And well, this dragon is heralded as a legendary peacekeeper. When Kyogre and Groudon start clashing and threaten to destroy the entire planet during their fight, Rayquaza steps in and puts a stop to it, and then proceeds to head up to the top of Sky Pillar to chomp on some rocks or whatever he does up there. But my question is, why? If you're a keeper of peace and are supposed to stop catastrophic events from occurring, shouldn't you be popping up way more frequently? The world is a shit show far more often than just when Kyogre and Groudon are fighting each other. To my eyes, it just appears Rayquaza is being lazy up at Sky Pillar and is snoozing on the job. How about you earn your reputation as a peacekeeper and help us out every now and again, buddy? It'd be much appreciated. All I'm saying is, perhaps Rayquaza just has a grudge against a few particular Pokemon and doesn't really care about keeping the peace. It's just a thought. Secondly, yes, Rayquaza is a huge threat in the Uber metagame, but can we stop acting like it has no counters? Just because your opponent has a Rayquaza on their squad doesn't mean you're cooked. Cresselia is absolutely tanking an outrage and will then proceed to one-hit KO this fraud with an Ice Beam. And if your opponent doesn't have Overheat or Fire Blast on their Rayquaza, well, then a Skarmory is gonna laugh in the face of this fraudulent green dragon. And Dragon Dance Rayquaza certainly doesn't want to see a Choice Scarf user. A Scarf to Mewtwo, Dialga, Palkia, or Darkrai are whooping that ass all the way back to Sky Pillar. And I'm sure there's plenty of potential counters in the current metagame for modern generations as well, but to keep it a buck, Pokemon peaked at Gen 4, so I'm just gonna stop there. In the spirit of keeping it a buck about Rayquaza though, let's be real, you got caught by May, little bro. Like, let's calm down Mr. Tough Guy, out here getting caught by May and shit. Also, can you figure out how we're supposed to pronounce your name, little bro? Is it Rayquaza, Rayquaza, the fraudulent one? I mean, just pick one and roll with it, little bro.
What are those Neanderthals up to? Don't they know I'm busy spoiling myself?
Anyways, Rayquaza is a decent little Pokemon. It's got a cool design, is a versatile problem to deal with in the competitive metagame. However, some people have taken it too far, and I just needed to prove how fraudulent this little green dragon truly is. So here's to eradicating this fraud from my comment section for good. If you somehow made it this far, well, I commend you. I fully anticipate this video will get about 6 views in totality, but in case you couldn't tell, this has been a bit of a meme video, just going back at my friend who likes to dick ride Rayquaza in my comment sections for reasons far beyond my comprehension. Moving forward, we will be back to the real stuff. Until next time, peace.